Oh, it's an own goal! Oh, testing Rayner, who lost it, and it's in! From Dean Ashton! Unbelievable! In comes Gerrard! And then Gerrard! Oh goodness me! What a strike from Steven Gerrard! I told you, don't write them off. Benayoun. Now Scaloni has made a run down that right side. Well sinked to by Ashton. Harewood wants it in the middle. Oh, it's an own goal! Enough Jamie Carragher and West Ham have taken the lead. A sudden break, and Jamie Carragher, of all people, was in the wrong place at the right time as far as West Ham are concerned.
Well, look at this ball from Dean Ashton. That is a fantastic ball, it really is. He waited, Carragher had to play it because he wasn't sure Rayner was going to get it, but this pass is inch perfect. Scaloni drives it in across the box there. Carragher has to go for it, and unfortunately for him,
misery for Jamie Carragher, but elation for West Ham and their fans here. It was Benitez who moved Carragher back into central defence. He had been playing at right back prior to that. It's been a big success. Etherington teasing Herpier. Oh, testing Rayner, who lost it, and it's in! From Dean Ashton! Unbelievable! And West Ham are 2 goals up against Liverpool in the FA Cup final.
Well, it's amazing. It's the 2 players that have been talked about all week. Who would they play, would they not? The ball comes up. It's Ashton that flicks it on. Etherington there just turns Herpier, tries a shot. That's a ball that Rayner 9 times out of 10 gobbles up. Dean Ashton takes the chance, follows it in, and it's a simple tap in for him. But Ashton shot through legs, and Dean Ashton, well, what a contribution he's made to the game so far. Made the first goal, scored the second, and the player who right up to kick off was touch and go whether he's going to play or not.
Alonso. Now Finnan and Gerrard. It's a lovely ball as well for seesaw! It's there this time.
Well, as they say, game on. That certainly was a great ball in from Finnan, and certainly as seesaw gets round the back of Solanko and knocks it in right. It's a great volley. He's still got a bit to do when it arrives at him. But gets the other side of Scaloni there. Scaloni doesn't know he's there. And it's a great volley from seesaw. Here we go. But what a game we've got on our hands now.
A really emphatic finish there by the Frenchman. There are some doubts about whether he'll be staying on at Anfield. If he carries on like this, there won't be any doubt. Risa again. Seesaw is back on his feet. It's all gone askew for Liverpool. Franceschi onto Etherington. They are such an adventurous, positive team, West Ham. It's been their approach all season. Ashton lining up a strike. And it was only just the wrong side of the post. Adventurous, positive, and then some.
Well, again, people talk about Dean Ashton that he isn't the quickest in the world, but what a good football brain he's got.
But certainly looking the part. Just looking at Djibril Cissé's boots, I think he had odd ones on in the first half. I suppose that's what you call being laid back. Some might say ill-prepared. Etherington, are they prepared at the back for Harewood? Arriving on the scene, then Benayoun as well! Almost skipped free. And Rayner to the rescue there for Liverpool, who were totally stretched and caught out. His route to goal was blocked for a moment anyway. Goes Crouch, in comes Gerrard! It certainly wasn't blocked the second time, and they are back on level terms in this thrilling cup final. 2-2.
Well, wouldn't you know it if anybody was going to score? You know, right from the kick-off, Gerrard has shown his intention. Lovely ball in. Crouch at the far post there, knocks it back, and there's Gerrard unmarked. Midfield, West Ham midfields don't follow his run in, and it just bounces up from lovely. Watch him appear in the picture there. as he comes in. No West Ham midfield player near him. Shaka Hislop, no chance whatsoever.
So exciting for West Ham this season. Now Konchesky lending his support down the left. Oh, it's in! Paul Konchesky has conjured up an incredible goal. Did he mean it? Was it a cross? Was it a shot? He doesn't care right now. It's a goal for West Ham and they are back in front in this extraordinary, exhilarating final.
Well, I can't believe he meant that. I think he was aiming for Harewood, who was peeling off to the far post. But it caught Rayner again. You see Harewood pulling off to the far post. I'm sure that's where he's looking. He's miscued it slightly. Rayner's off his line. He can't adjust his feet quickly enough. And we see the finish in the back of the net. I think he looks up there, looks at Harewood, and it comes off the outside of his foot. And Rayner is totally in the wrong position and can't readjust.
Or will Liverpool strike back again to ruin their day? Cisse onto Risa. Cisse again. And he's got wide from Morientes. Literally. Haman is there. Gerrard is there. Hislop cutting a worried figure on his goal line, hoping they've got it right in front of him. Here's Gerrard. He's claiming a corner somehow, but it certainly wasn't. This man getting goal number 2 after Cisse's earlier strike. But is that comeback going to be in vain? Paul Konchesky with the 3rd goal for West Ham. Cisse is back on the field now. They're back to full strength, Liverpool. And back on West Ham throats again. That's Risa, tossed it towards Morientes. And then Gerrard! Oh, goodness me! What a strike from Steven Gerrard! I told you, don't write them off.
Well, that's this game has had absolutely everything.
Captain Fantastic or what?
Oh, what a strike! I mean, 5 minutes before he was hobbling, he was struggling with cramp, and it just dropped to him, and he's obviously made his mind up. Right, this is going in the net or it's going in the stand. I'm just giving it everything I've got left. And he struck it perfectly. Hislop, no chance. He's 35 yards out. It's flown in that back corner. What a strike. And I just don't know what else can happen in this game now, because we've seen it all.
There is so little more you can say about that. It was an absolute pile driver from the man. Many feel is the best midfielder in the world, and you can hardly dispute that, argue with that on this evidence. Down at 2-0, but certainly not out. And once again, they have bounced their way back into this final at 3-3. Sheringham. And as far as Risa, letting fly! And it was not far away then from the Norwegian. 3 goals, remember, in the earlier rounds. 3 crackers as well.
Well, when the ball comes out to him, West Ham can't get to him quick enough. He has time to assess what he's going to do, and that is inches away from going in that top corner. I'm not sure if Shaka would have got to that.
A decent opportunity here. Gerrard, of course, wants to be involved. Haman alongside. Shaka prancing on his line. Here is Gerrard. Looking for Herpier, but not finding him. But here's Herpier now, the Finnish international. Oh, Sami Herpier!
Well, that would have been everything. And any forward would have been pleased with that tight little turn. He looked to be in a corner as it's knocked out here. He looks to be in all sort of problem. He surely can't turn. He's turned inside out, knocked it onto his right foot, and that's inches away.
Agonisingly close then from Herpier, who scored his first FA Cup goal ever in the 7-0 win at Birmingham. Yossi Benayoun to whip this one in. Rayner across the bar of the post, and then wide by the limping Marlon Harewood.
Rayner's not. Did he get a touch on that for Harewood? He just can't adjust. He's struggling for his life with the injury. Just cannot adjust here. It's gone off the back of Harewood's head in the first place. Herpier injured himself there, and Harewood just can't. It's that left foot again, even when he's fit, but he's obviously struggling there and just couldn't get his balance.
Bobby Zamora, and it will be a penalty shootout to decide the last FA Cup final in the Millennium Stadium. Deep breath, I've had a massage as well. Didi Hatman will take the first kick for Liverpool against Shaka Hislop, the man who a year ago thought his career was just about over. He didn't dream, I'm sure, that he would be in this kind of situation. Hatman against Hislop and scores eventually. Very cool, right?
No, it's a well-taken penalty. I think that Alan Wiley spoke to the goalkeepers before to say, look, I don't want you coming forward off the line, where we've seen a lot of goalkeepers in the past. They're allowed to move along the line, but not to come forward. And we've seen a lot of that happening, and certainly there Xhaka stayed on his line when normally they might be a couple of yards forward.
Bobby Zamora, oh, he saved it! Well, he has such a reputation for keeping out penalty kicks. And he's come up with another blinding stop here. Pepe Reina.
That was a tremendous save. He's taken a step forward, but he's got to really stretch into that bottom corner. And it's a good penalty, to be fair, but Pepe Reina, that's a fabulous save. That really is.
He made saves in a penalty shootout for Villarreal, his former club, in the final of the Intertoto Cup against Atletico Madrid. Pepe Reina, that got them through to the UEFA Cup proper. And he's made a lot of saves too in 90-minute games. Here comes Herpio. Oh, that's been saved as well.
Well, that really was a tired penalty, if ever I've seen one. His body language as he comes up to it there, he doesn't make good contact with it at all, and it's a very comfortable save for Shaka Hislop to make. So you know, I think as Paul Walsh talked about, you know, tiredness in this penalty shootout, and that certainly showed.
Teddy Sheringham. Can he beat Reina? He can! Sheringham celebrates, so do the West Ham faithful behind that goal. Come on, come on, that's the cry from the veteran striker.
You don't get a cooler person under pressure than Teddy Sheringham. I've seen him throughout his career, and if ever you wanted somebody in a penalty shootout to come out and take a vital one, then he would be the man.
1-1. Steven Gerrard, such a hero in the match itself. Eyes staring, focused, and he scores.
You know, I think of these penalty shootouts, it's all about making good contact with the ball, striking it as firmly as you can. If you try and be clever at these penalty shootouts, I think goalkeepers will suss you out, and they've got chances of making saves against you. But when they're hit with the sort of power Gerrard hit the ball, then you've got no chance, even if you go the right way.
Konchesky. Reina again. I'm not sure he was right back on his line.
No, he's getting further and further away, and I'm not sure, you know, if Alan Wiley might have a word with him. But certainly, Konchesky tried to hit it down the middle. A lot of players in these situations do, because goalkeepers tend to go one way or the other. And Reina was still agile enough to get his feet to it and knock it away.
Alan Pardew fears the worst. John Arnorisa, the spotlight is on him now. Confronting him is Shaka Hislop. But it was too strong from Risa. 3-1.
Straight down the middle. Risa knows how vital that is. He's just hit it with power, kept his head down. To be fair, the same as Konchesky is, but unfortunately for Hislop, he couldn't get his feet up to knock it away.
It's Ferdinand, saved again by Reina, and Liverpool have won the FA Cup. Pepe Reina may not have had the best of days in the match itself, but goodness me, he has been a hero in the penalty shootout, and it's Liverpool's day after all.
Well, as you rightly say, I'm sure Pepe Reina will look at his 90 minutes and think that's probably one of the most inconsistent games I've had this season for Liverpool. But when it mattered in the penalties, he came up with trumps, and certainly 2 of the 3 saves he made was absolutely magnificent and deserves all the praise now that he's getting from his teammates.
Wild celebrations, and he's the man of the moment. Ferdinand's kick kept up by Reina. He gets the right way. Was that 3 saves?
3 saves. The first one was tremendous. The second one was maybe a little bit fortunate. That one there, certainly, I think Anton Ferdinand would say that he didn't hit it as well as he'd like to have done. But Reina's still got to go the right way, and he's still got to get something on it. And he did it, and full credit to him.
And ladies and gentlemen, the historic 125th FA Cup final winners, Liverpool!
And the FA Cup is back in Liverpool hands for the 7th time. Second in 6 seasons, it's glory for them in Cardiff again. And back home on Merseyside, there will be some party in celebration, as there always is, when the Reds bring them a trophy.